It's your boy Angelo Savage here, and I seen this video trending online, and I just had to, you know what I'm saying? I just had to check it out. It's Michelle Obama, you know what I'm saying? She going back on a podcast. Hey, I'll give it. Let's do a round of applause for Michelle. She got her subs up, man. She had 114 now. She used to be at 80 some thousand. So I think she'll hit 500 quick. You know what I'm saying? That means she already got a play button. That's cool. She got Tracee Ellis Ross on here. One of my favorite, very decorated actress, may I add. Very decorated. If y'all know the show Girlfriends, y'all probably know her. Anyway, let's play this video. We got some discrepancies to dismantle here. Let's go.
You know? Well, and they haven't been asked to, because I think it's not always a context that if it's an area that you don't have to think into,
right?
But I think there is it is a genuine, regular thought process for me. It's one of the reasons. I mean, we've talked about this, that often I date younger men, and a lot of it is because
let's stop on that, folks.
Oh my God, we had a great.
Yeah, let's stop on that, folks. You know, Obama's old ass can't keep up with these old goodies. We need some young man to keep us young. Disclaimer, everybody. Tracee Ellis Ross is 52 years old. Michelle Obama is 61. Hey, I'll still give it to her. Tracee Ellis, of course. But I'm just saying, I just want to put that out there.
We had a great dinner, by the way, where across the table, your husband goes, "But why?" And I said, "Well, maybe because I can."
Yes, Parish. This is what I'm saying. Tales from Tracee's.
It's fun. It's very fun to share.
Tracee tale.
But
I'm sorry.
But one of the reasons, though, that because I had to ask myself that question, I was like, "What is this about?"
Yeah.
Because I want a partner, and so often, and it's not just that I'm older. I'm also very embodied. I am a full, very whole person who knows myself, who is in charge of my life, and who lives a very full, just robust life. So it's not just age, it's like life experience and sort of a difference. But I had to ask myself.
Now, before she add on, I would like to add her, because I think I know where she's going with this conversation. You know, she's basically saying that, she's dating younger men because she's already basically stuck in her ways. You know, she's basically like a star athlete that's been a star since damn near her youth, and she's just been living her life how she is. No husband, no kids, so you already know how she getting her sexual pleasures on. Let's just put that out in the open right there. But like she said, she got her space, she knows herself, and that's understandable for a woman her age that's been living free forever.
Question, why does this keep sort of coming up other than they're hot and gorgeous?
There's that.
But a lot of men my age are steeped in a toxic.
Hold on now, Michelle. You making too many young comments to these young bucks now. You see, you started to make me think you fantasizing about a young buck now. We call him a young bull. All right, let me find out. Now I'm telling Barack on your ass.
Masculinity. And have been raised in a culture where there is a particular way that a relationship looks. And anything that starts to smell of that for me, I did enough of it where I was controlled and felt like I was a possession, or whatever those things were, or prize, I have no interest in it. And
She sound like a feminist. Oh, I get it now. See, she already has the looks, right? Which, okay, that comes with the property. You're a female, you're going to have the looks. Which means you're going to be naturally attracted to males, right? But not only that, you got the money. Now, what she just said, basically, I'm going to round it up. She's basically saying that when it comes to traditional roles, like, I'm supposed to be a woman, I'm supposed to be at home cooking for a man, service my man, she doesn't fit into that propaganda. She doesn't fit into that picture. That's not how she sees herself. And basically, based on what she at her life right now, that's just what she's on. And that makes sense. Like if that's your MO, do it, girl. But what I hope she doesn't mention in the future is that she's basically, it's like there's a guy and he's a player. He could tell other guys that that's a good lifestyle, but don't tell all the guys that they should follow this lifestyle, because you're just ruining society. Because you're gonna tell a bunch of guys to be players, whole time they never want to settle down with women, it will reverse on itself basically. So she's saying like, and she's in the wrong. She could do that. So I'm not against her saying that. She can do that. It's her life. She's very decorated actress. You know what I'm saying? She's done a lot of accolades, and I give it to her. You know what I mean? And the young men make her feel young. Plus, she does look good. She's only 52, so you're not really old at all as long as you don't, and she thick as hell. Not only is she thick as hell, she dry brushing, so she keeping that skin tight and right, you know what I mean? And she light and bright, which means, you know what I mean, them young bucks trying to hit. So, maybe it hasn't hit her yet, the loneliness, because she's only 52, because 52 ain't that old. At that point, you kind of stuck in your ways, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to be altered. There's no way for a traditional guy, like an older gentleman, to come in your life to change it at all. He can't do anything for you, technically.
Not do it again.
I'm sorry.
No,
Craig.
I was going to say, it's a generational thing, so it didn't
Right.
matter how you
See,
met
he
them,
asking a
or
good
is
question.
it just
I'm
kind
not
of the
saying
guys you're meeting?
that's obviously
Too big of a
it's a
generalization.
generalization,
Yeah.
but because I have dated men my age, there
Yeah.
is a difference. There is an openness that occurs with a younger man around whether it's gender fluidity or not even having an issue with homosexuality. I mean, something as basic as
Ooh.
that.
Right,
That
yeah.
there's
No, I
times
hear you.
where I'll be sitting across the table from somebody and just like, what did you just say?
Yeah, what century are you?
Like,
Well,
oh my
where's-
God.
You see, when she just mentioned that, you always got to base it off their first, example of something. So when she just explained it, he said it is a generational thing or an age thing. She's basically saying that the younger people are more open. They're more gender fluid. They're more open to their sexuality. So if you willing to do some butt play, she with that shit. You get what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? She might be with some, two dudes hit her at the same time shit. Old school they ain't fucking with that. Young school said, hey, I'm gonna bring my homie. We can both do it. You know what I'm saying? She with the get down. You hear me? But what I'm really thinking what she's saying is older people are more traditional, which means they're probably more conservative and they don't like that extra oomph. It's just kind of like routine. You know what I'm saying? I understand young bucks, they more exciting. And that's what she want. But I think when it comes to, she said gender fluid and stuff like that, when she said that, I think that's exactly her first perception of this whole thing is, he's gender fluid. He's more open to sexuality, I guess less homophobic. But that's the problem too. Because the older generation don't play that gay stuff. The newer generation, they'll let you play with their butt and shit. You know what I'm saying? Some weird shit. I don't know.
Where's your horse and buggy
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
and your bedpan?
Yeah, for real.
Chamber pot.
Yeah,
Your
your
chamber
chamber
pot.
pot. Your chamber pot. Like where I'm just like, yeah, this is not a match.
Yeah.
And I don't,
Okay.
I have
And she has the
long been
right to
past
say
the
that.
age where I feel like it's my job to teach somebody or
Yeah.
grow them up.
Yeah.
That I'm not interested in. So, but it's interesting.
But you're dating young
there's
guys.
so many different philosophies on dating.
you have to teach.
And I have come up with mine. I have come up with what works for me and what makes sense for me and what feels safe for me.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not on dating apps. I have friends that have great success with dating apps, but that's just not something I'm comfortable
So
with.
you're meeting folks in the wild then.
That's the only way for me, or someone sets me up, or
Okay.
I meet them at an event. I meet someone. It's usually people that also have a level of recognition that they, have as much to lose as me to a
Yep.
certain extent. I don't know. I mean, I haven't had great luck lately, but I do have to say I'm moving up on what it is that I'm looking for as a match.
Are you moving up? Because you got to think about this too. You're older. You can now, you see, I think success sometimes ruins a woman's perception of reality because the more you become successful, the more you're not willing to go down. She just said it. This explains it perfectly. Women only date the same or up. They never date down. This woman says you have to have the same kind of popularity as I do, which means you probably almost need to have the same money as I do. So she's only dating or even having sex with other celebrities. You know what I mean? And they have to be younger because the ones that are older are stuck in their ways. But the problem is with this situation, I'm just going to identify the problems, of course. And she's in her right mind. She can do whatever she wants. But I just want to nitpick. She only wants to date a guy at her level and up, but they have to be younger. Now, that person that's at her level and up but are younger, they have more options than her because she is 52 years old. Being 52 years old, which means, why would I want to date you? Unless I have a fetish with something you did back in the past in the 90s or something, on some girlfriend shit. You get what I'm saying? Early 2000 shit. You know what I'm saying? Or your movies. And I'm be honest, I like Tracee Ellis Ross. I love her. She fine actually to me. She's attractive, but would I actually date her and take her serious? Probably not, due to the fact that she's older. And if I had the same fame and status as her, money-wise as well, I probably would date somebody that's younger than me or at the same age as me. I wouldn't want to go date an old woman. And then on top of that, I want to find the contradictories in her argument. She states that she doesn't want to teach a grown man, whatever. But then again, you're dating young guys that probably don't know as much as you know. And I know, based on experience, older women like to teach younger men things like basic things that because they find it cute that they don't know it. So they might want to teach them. But due to the fact that it's an older guy that's your age or up, you don't want to teach him that or don't want to show him the proper way to do it. And I understand she's in her right mind. Let me repeat for those ones that want to be angry and want to, oh, she can do what she wants. But all I'm saying is her success is her own downfall. Because what she's doing is she's taking the feminist route. No kids, no husband, multiple sexual partners. Because you got to think about it, she's only dating. And none of this is public, so no public dating. If you Google it, I bet you don't even find too many like boyfriends. These are private relationships with younger guys, which means those younger guys probably have better options as well. More attractive options, probably as rich as her, probably has the same accolades as her. You get what I'm saying? But younger. So then it becomes a problem. Yes, you get that young and excitement burst out of the life when you're having sex with these individuals or just basic conversation because they can pick your brain more than the old head can. But think about the old head with the money is that he's going to take you serious. He's going to want to stay by your side until you die. The young souls ain't going to do that, bro. You know what I mean? We're not going to sit there. I can be in my 30s. She's in her 50s. I can be 32. She can be 52. I'm not going to take her serious. I'm 20 years under her. She's 20 years my senior. I'm not going to take her serious. I would date you just to have fun, but I would never marry you or try to take anything past that. It's just sex, have fun for the moment, dip, and then go with my other girls. But if I'm having as much money as Tracee Ellis Ross and I'm a decorated actor as much, there's no way I would just stay with you. You would just be an option of multiple options. You get what I'm saying? So she's in her own way. She can do whatever she wants, but I believe that she'll be her own downfall due to the fact that she hasn't made a decision. She wants, basically, I think what she wants the freedom. She doesn't want to be locked down. She doesn't want to sit here and have a man tell her what and what not to do. You know? Kind of be of ownership of. She doesn't want to be given away. She wants to be her own person, which is more feministic. And that's cool. You can be feministic, but at the end of the day, you're your own downfall. You got to understand, once you hit that 55 and those wrinkles actually settle. You know what I mean? She's looking good now, but you see the chin gauze. If she don't keep dry brushing, you know, it's just going to sink and sink. Now you got the gizzard neck. You hear what I'm saying? Then she going to have a gizzard neck in about 5-7 years. Then what? You're going to raise your limit up of your age. So it's no more 32-year-olds. Now you got to date the 42-year-olds because now you're at like 60. You get what I'm saying? And then it's just like, I'm set in my ways. I don't want to change it. You just have multiple relationships on some Madonna shit. You know, you enjoy it, but there's no substance to it. There's nothing to it, nothing special. It's just sex and dip. Because none of these guys that make you feel young because you're having sex with young people that have more energy, they're not going to actually stay with you on the long haul. So that means inevitably you die alone. And that's okay if that's what you want. But, you know what I mean, to shame the older people, those are the people that probably would have took you serious, probably would have been in your life longer and kind of made, you know, history with you. You know, prolong the history that your mother made initially. Because I think it's the disgrace for Tracee Ellis Ross, a beautiful woman. And she has the bloodline of Diana Ross in her to nip it in the bud, basically to stop it. You know what I mean? No kids, that's crazy. You got brothers and stuff, but you know, you are the decorated actress from your mother. So I would assume that you should at least have a daughter, you know, to prolong that generation. You know what I mean? So this is the example of what feminism does. Yes, you get the sex you want, you have the money you want, but then you get the loneliness, because men can live that way because men don't care about that, but women do eventually. But then eventually, some women, they do cope. Even the women I work with, they cope with being older without a man. They're like, I don't want a man because I have my own space. That's good. But you're at an age now where you're going to be lonely, and that's okay if you want to be. But you have to think about the future. Right now, you're still having fun. Even at 52, you can still have fun. Even at 55, you can have fun. You can have fun at 56 if you stay looking young. But eventually, that vajayjay gonna dry up. That menopause gonna come in. You're gonna have them heat pad. You're gonna be hot randomly. Them youngsters ain't gonna be young no more. They're gonna be in their 40s, and that's the ones you're gonna want now at your 60s, which is fine if they keep wanting you. You know what I'm saying? If you stay attractive, if that ass still good and fat, you know what I'm saying? You still look young and youthful. You know what I mean? Then reality sets again. So I give it to her. If she wants to do that, I wouldn't advise other women in the future to follow this, but if that's what you do it.
Yeah. I've had some doozies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some,
It's just, I
Probably
just
a
love
lot.
watching your life because you were modeling so many things, the next phase, how many versions of ourselves we can become at all ages in life, you know, and how to build the life you want.
Yes.
Not the life that somebody told you you were supposed to have. And let me tell you, I told you this about the girls, and Tracee, just like, you know, she mentors the girls, she's always there for them. But trying to make sure that I am not subconsciously sending them these messages about what their life should look like. Even like when you ask, are you dating anyone? I mean, that's something that we ask young people in their 20s. You know, the whole thing about weddings, you know.
We talk a lot about that.
Yeah, it's just like,
You talk a lot. Well, you know, I want to put it this before I end the video is that, yes, like she just said, and it's sorry to cut it off like that, but she talks a lot about weddings. She probably talks a lot about marriage. Two things that she nor wants: kids, weddings, marriage. You don't want it. Plus, it's getting to the age where you've been so without it that it's almost impossible to get it. You get what I'm saying? So, Tracee Ellis Ross having a child right now is damn near impossible. Damn near impossible, bro. And that's her own downfall. She should at least pop one out. She had the money to afford it. It's just basically the lack of responsibility that she wants. And it's, hey, you can do what you want, but sometimes that bites you. Like I said, she has legendary bloodline in her. It's only right that a man would have thought that in their head. They're like, oh, I have legendary bloodline in me. I have to share my seed. My seed must be spread because I'm going to die eventually. Thinking about the future. I think right now Tracee Ellis is just thinking about the now. She's a very attractive woman. I loved her since forever. You know what I'm saying? Before Blackish. You know what I mean? If you look pictures of her, she is very attractive. She has a great body. She takes care of herself. She looks like she eats good. She don't have no wrinkles. 52 years old, she's doing good, but I don't expect you to look that old at 52 anyway. 50 years old, bro, you're still young. So I don't expect no one to look that old at 50, 52. You know what I'm saying? So at the moment, I feel like she's doing what she's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? But I don't, and it's my own opinion, I don't think this is good advice for youth that want to follow that because they think that, well, I want to live my own existence too, and that's cool. But you gotta understand, are all the women behind her gonna do what she's done? Be a decorated actress? No, it's almost impossible. So it kind of tells the women like, well, if you want to do your own thing, but no kids, you know, this thing is, it's like, think about the future. Just think 10 years, think 20, 30, 40 years. See, she had no kids. She's 50 some years old. She could have had kids 25 years ago. She could have had kids 20 years ago. Decided not to do it. So that means it's over for her. Your timeline is your timeline. Like, yeah, that's that choice that you must have to cope with. You have no choice now. That is what it is now. There's no kids. You know, you have a timer on that cooch. The only thing that can happen with that cooch is penetration. Other than that, it's a done deal. And in a couple more years, that thing ain't gonna get wet. You got to lube it up. And you think the youngins want to be lubing shit up, bro? No, they want some natural gush. They don't want to be lubing things up because that's her age. Even though she might be attractive on the outside, the cooch might just be old woman cooch. So y'all take that as your own. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section. Do you think that Tracee Ellis Ross made the wisest decision, being a bloodline of, greatness, Diana Ross, and not spreading her seed to the future, at least one child? You know what I mean? She didn't even have to get married, at least have a child, but she did neither. Not marriage, no child. So we're just gonna have to let this play out. Basically, if you look through this interview, you're gonna see it's a little sad because this mentality is just, this is a older woman. This mentality has already been going for decades, bro. Over like 4 or 5 decades for real. Like and it's still going on to this day, where women don't want kids, which is good. They don't want a man. They don't want responsibility. They want to live on their own. They want to do their own things. Freedom comes with consequences. You know what I mean? Sometimes, in my mind, I think that a woman would want to just be stress-free from all stress, when that's what the man's responsibility is to do. I bring in the money, you chill out, or you are still a decorated artist, and we both have a mutual respect, but I am the leader of the home. So that's it. You can stay home and do your thing, but you get that family bond, that love, that ups those peaks and valleys you get when you love somebody, stuff like that. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section about this. I will also give it up to Michelle Obama for actually, this interview is decent. I am gonna lie with you. Like, this Michelle Obama, you climbing, and I hope she actually gets better. I was on the ass before, but I hope she actually at least get 500,000 subs. Definitely if she keeps bringing in all these black people, she definitely gonna reach the top for sure. It's your boy Angelo Savage, man. Tell me what y'all think in the comment section. Make sure you like for the YouTube algorithm, and don't forget to subscribe. This your boy Angelo Savage. We out. Peace.